Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the dark truth behind influencer fame. On the surface, it seems like these social media stars are living their best lives, traveling to exotic locations, enjoying lavish parties, and basking in the spotlight. But what happens when the camera turns off? In this digital age, influencers are often idolized and envied for their seemingly perfect lifestyles. With reports of micro-influencers earning anywhere from $150 to $600 per post, and those with massive followings raking in up to $10,000, it's easy to see why many aspire to that influencer life. And let's not forget the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, whose posts can reportedly command a jaw-dropping $2.4 million. However, under the glitzy surface lies a world of challenges, pressure, and unseen struggles that few talk about. Today, we're peeling back the curtain to reveal the untold stories and sacrifices that often go hand in hand with that influencer lifestyle. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's uncover the truth that could change the way you view social media fame forever. Don't forget to smash that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get started. In fact, a staggering 57% of Gen Z in the US aspire to be YouTubers or streamers, seduced by the allure of easy money and instant fame. They see influencers as the modern-day celebrities, people who, with a smartphone and creativity, can achieve wealth and recognition. But beneath this glamorous veneer lies a complex web of challenges, an uncomfortable truth that reveals the mental and emotional toll of influencer culture, both on the influencers themselves and their audiences. Recent ethnographic research conducted alongside Danish colleagues Anna Bertha Christensen and Richard Gere Jones offers a fascinating, albeit disturbing glimpse into the reality behind the screens. This research examined how social media influencers monetize their lives, and the findings paint a stark picture of a world that is both alluring and perilous. The currency of authenticity. At the heart of influencer success is the concept of authenticity. Brands are drawn to influencers for their genuine touch that traditional advertising often lacks. However, this demand for authenticity comes with a dark undercurrent. As influencers strive to maintain their relatability and emotional engagement with followers, they frequently sacrifice their privacy and well-being. The emotional labor involved can lead to a vicious cycle of alienation, the pressure to perform. Over time, as audiences grow, so does the pressure to deliver content that resonates deeply. This often translates into an ongoing quest for deeper emotional disclosures and more personal stories, almost as if authenticity is an ever-morphing creature that requires constant feeding. Our research noted how the increasing demand for realness pushes influencers to share intimate details about their lives, fraught with anxiety and mental health struggles, just to keep up with their followers' expectations. This expectation creates a psychological burden that many are ill-equipped to handle. As one agent articulated during interviews, they, influencers, have to sell something that is trustworthy and sincere, but in actuality isn't. This response not only commodifies their experiences, but also fosters a culture where private pain becomes just another piece of content to drive engagement. Imagine an influencer planning a vacation, only to find their private escapade turned into a marketing opportunity. What would typically be a cherished personal experience is transmuted into a dream holiday that they must share, complete with targeted content to generate engagement metrics for brands. This constant monitoring, driven by likes and shares, forces influencers to blur the lines between personal and public lives. The cost of sacrifice. As influencers brand themselves, they often grapple with the difference between their real self and the personal brand they present online. While superstar influencers may have the luxury of controlling their narratives through selective sharing, many everyday influencers, who often have less celebrity cachet, face greater scrutiny. They are seen as relatable to their followers, and therefore feel a powerful obligation to maintain that image, often at the cost of their own mental health. Take, for example, the story of an influencer who partnered with a mental health brand after experiencing a public breakdown. This experience, while allowing her to gain followers and enhance her brand, also left her feeling exploited and vulnerable. She reflected on how her mental health struggles had morphed into content, further perpetuating the cycle of commercialization that overshadowed her personal experiences. This phenomenon highlights the stark contrast between influencers who monetize their experiences and those who feel genuine connections with their audiences. The complexities of influencer dynamics are particularly pronounced for everyday influencers who, unlike Cristiano Ronaldo or Kim Kardashian, may not have ample resources or support systems to navigate such challenges. The pressure cooker, mental health struggles. While the spotlight often shines brightly on influencers, the pressure to maintain an idealized persona can lead to dark periods. High-profile influencers like Indian content creator Ashna Shroff and YouTuber Rohan Mehta have bravely opened up about their struggles with anxiety and depression related to their social media careers. Ashna candidly noted that the fear of irrelevance constantly looms over her. In a recent podcast, she shared her experience of feeling that if she didn't post regularly or engage with her audience, she would disappear. She contextualizes her experience as part of the broader phenomenon affecting influencers who tie their self-worth to their online presence. Similarly, Rohan exemplified the anxiety that arises from his comedic persona, feeling bound to deliver humor to an audience that expects him to be the funny guy at all times. The impact on followers. But the influence doesn't stop with the creators. Followers, particularly impressionable youths, can often spiral into comparison and self-doubt. Research by the National Institute of Mental Health reveals alarming trends. Social media users who spend more than 3 hours daily encounter a twofold risk of experiencing anxiety and depression. Young adults can easily fall into the trap of comparison, which is exacerbated by the carefully curated content they see online. The impact of unrealistic standards is elucidated through stories like that of 19-year-old Riya Sharma from Mumbai. Following fitness influencers, Riya struggled with her body image, convinced that she had to mirror the edited images of perfection she saw. "I would see these models with perfectly toned bodies and feel terrible about myself. I started skipping meals and over-exercising just to look like them," she admitted. It wasn't until she realized that these influencers edited their pictures and often had professional trainers that she began to regain confidence in her body. Riya's experience exemplifies how the glorification of an unattainable lifestyle can create mental health struggles among followers. As influencers share their meticulously crafted lives, they inadvertently project an image that is neither representative of their day-to-day routines nor a healthy reality. The dark side of validation. A critical component of this phenomenon is the incessant need for online validation. Influencers derive a significant portion of their self-worth from likes, shares, and comments. As such, a post that doesn't perform as expected can incite feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. The fear of slipping from relevance is omnipresent, driving influencers toward increasingly sensational content, or even risky trends that may endanger their mental well-being. Kritika Khurana, another influencer from India, candidly expressed this struggle in her own journey, revealing that her mood was dictated by her social media metrics. The pressures to produce content that elicits engagement can take a toll, exacerbating feelings of anxiety and self-criticism. Coping and challenging the narrative. Despite the bleak outlook, the growing awareness surrounding mental health has begun to spark a change within the influencer community. A challenge arises: how can influencers practice self-care in an environment that demands constant performance? Some have embraced transparency and started advocating for mental health awareness. They are beginning to speak openly about their own struggles and champion the importance of taking time away from social media. Initiatives like the Unfiltered Content movement show promise, with influencers sharing unedited pictures and their authentic experiences. By highlighting the pain points and the pressures of their careers, they are changing the narrative, reminding both themselves and their followers of the value of authenticity. Initiatives for change. Several influencers have embarked on campaigns that prioritize mental well-being over content creation, adopting strategies that foster authenticity. The Unfiltered Content movement is gaining traction, where influencers share unedited pictures and their candid experiences, both the highs and lows of their lives. By highlighting vulnerabilities, they help shatter the illusion of a curated existence and invite audiences into the reality of their experiences. Various social media platforms are taking note of these revelations. Instagram and TikTok have begun introducing features to remind users to take breaks and monitor their screen time usage. Additionally, mental health professionals are advocating for digital well-being education to help users understand their mental health in the context of social media engagement. A more mindful approach to social media. The mental health challenges facing influencers and their followers serve as a wake-up call, signifying a need for a paradigm shift in how social media affects well-being. Both influencers and audiences must acknowledge the difference between online personas and genuine authenticity. The allure of influencer culture should not overshadow the importance of mental health and self-acceptance. Instead of perpetuating a cycle of comparison and validation, followers are encouraged to embrace authenticity and engage with content that fosters positivity and growth. This may involve curating social media feeds, to only include creators who promote mental well-being, share genuine experiences, and advocate for healthy lifestyles. Engaging with social media mindfully by following creators who promote positivity, setting screen time limits, and remembering that everyone, including influencers, has struggles, can help create a healthier online space. As we navigate this social media landscape, the recognition of mental health struggles among influencers and followers alike must be part of the conversation. There is also power in collective action. Followers can begin to demand transparency from influencers, urging them to present their everyday realities rather than glossing over imperfections. The glamorous allure of influencer fame often obscures the darker realities that come with it: mental health challenges, emotional labor, and the endless quest for validation. With influencers stepping forward to champion mental health, we stand at a crossroads. As audiences, we have a role to play in this collaboration. Recognizing that social media is not a portrayal of reality allows us to cultivate a healthier relationship with our screens. Our connection with influencers can become one characterized by compassion, as we understand their journey is as multifaceted as our own. In the end, the world does not need more perfect influencers. It needs more genuine ones, unmasked and real, leading by example to foster a more mindful and compassionate online community. The path forward calls for a collective effort, a dedication to authenticity, self-care, and a shared journey toward mental well-being in the complex landscape of social media.